Hey guys, we are up here in the mountains and we're kind of on somewhat of a steep slope with a lot of brush, and a lot like you find yourself in a hunting situation, we find ourselves where we need to create a little bit of a flat spot, clear some debris away from our tent site, and we have our Hellgate Hatchet here to do some of that work for us. We can use the back of this hatchet to dig, obviously the blade to cut, and we're going to kind of get after it in here and clear a tent spot. All right, so we've got our Hellgate Hatchet here, and I kind of had a hole here when we showed up in a bunch of bushes. I'm creating myself a nice little flat spot. This can be a nice little bed like an elk bed. I was able to loosen up some of this dirt, pull it down into this hole, use the hook kind of on this hatchet to be able to pull rocks out, kind of scraping that whole tent site, getting rocks out that might poke a hole in my pad, or if you're sleeping on it, have it poking into your back. Got a couple more rocks to get rid of and a couple more bushes, and we're ready to put our tent up. The real life situation here, I'm setting this tent up for a little bit of content for the Hellgate, and I forgot my center pole at home for this tent in all my stuff. So it's actually in with my stove, with my Kafaru stove. So I'm gonna make do, and I'm gonna cut a pole. Thank God we're actually making content for this hatchet right now. I'm gonna cut a pole right now, and we're gonna make it serve as our center pole for the evening. So this wasn't exactly as we intended it, with having to use a stick here as our center pole, but that's exactly why I think it's a good idea to carry one of these hatchets. It's kind of funny that I forgot that at home, and that's literally what I had to make this little film work. But it just goes to show you never know what's going to come up when you're out in the brush and you're out hunting in the backcountry. So I was able to prepare a really nice comfy spot. I got my air pad here in my bag, and as you guys can tell, this was a hole. When I sleep in here, I'll probably sleep with my head up that way. It's a little downhill, but that's just fine. But it's nice and soft in here, and I got a nice flat, soft area to sleep tonight. I could sleep like a baby. Might have to call my wife and have her come up.